Hello and welcome on 360 Sports on TrustTV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Lots of stories in the world of football and also other sports from Nigeria and also international settings. But today we are going to be reviewing on the topic grassroots football development in Nigeria. This is the foundation of every nation or club-sized football building because it has to be very solid. You have a good foundation where you have grassroots footballers are growing well from age grade to being professionals. You have a very good team. And today we have someone that has been our analyst, in-house analyst in the studio, in the person of Peters Olawale. Good to have you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adeni. It's a pleasure to be here once again.
Good one. I can see with your Chelsea.
Oh, wow. I don't want us to talk about that today.
Okay, we are talking Nigerian football.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now talking about Nigerian football. Grassroots football development in Nigeria has been for a while. Very long year, a lot of time, longer years right now, where a lot of Nigerian footballers have done well by growing from one age grade to the other. Under 17, under 20, Flying Eagles, Golden Eaglets, doing well for Nigeria, 1985, 2005, and all that. You can begin to mention John Mikelobi, Taye Taiwo, all the likes of a crop of players that have done well for Nigeria. Not forgetting the likes of Henry Nwosu, who also did well. Ugbade, yes, Nduka Ugbade, all came from the youth football squad for Nigeria. Even Kelechi Iheanacho, all of them play very good football at the age grade. What happened to Nigerian grassroots football that recently, this time around, is dropping? Talking about the standard, talking about the way we actually groom our footballers, talking about the issue of age sheet, and also looking at godfatherism. We've talked about a lot of this, and now let's buttress more concerning our topic, grassroots football development in Nigeria. We're looking at this particular scenario where Nigeria now, we find it so difficult to beat our chest the way we used to be before. That any tournaments we go is very sure that Nigeria under 17, under 20, any age grade football World Cup, you be rest assured that countries will be scared to play Nigeria. But these days, reverse is the case.
Okay, I think we need to go back to the grassroots, like you said. I could remember vividly in those days, in the early 90s, it's all about grassroots. You made mention of Victor Ekpeba, Nduka Ugbade. These people, when they represented Nigeria in the 1985 Junior FIFA World Cup, they were still in school, St. Finbarrs in Lagos. We have the likes of Vincent Enyama. We have the likes of Seyi Olofijano. They came from the Nunga game. What happened? We've lost it from there until we go back to that grassroots. I don't know, maybe you've heard of AJCT before.
Of course.
Ajegunle. That is where we have talent. We have a lot of talent, not only in football. The likes of Bash Ali, Stephen Keshi, Samson Siasia, Taribo West,
Ifeanyi
Udeze, Obafemi Martins. They came from the AJCT. They were taken from the grassroots. Let's go to the tennis. Have you heard of Atanda Musa before?
Of course.
Atanda Musa came from the Ashoju Oba tournament
of Lagos
that they normally play in Lagos. And he had someone that normally competes with him also, Yomi Balogun. They represented Nigeria at the Olympics 1988, 1992. We lost it. Chioma Ajunwa, the first female to win a medal for Nigeria at the Olympic.
Talking about gold medal.
Gold medal. Also from the grassroots, from the Nigerian police. So we've lost it. So until we go back to introduce the physical health education we used to do in the secondary school, not the one that they are doing right now, clerical. When it is time for PHE, you have to go out there
and practice.
If it is football, volleyball, javelin, shot put, whatever you think you can do, you go out there and you practice it. Until we start from there, then we're going to get it right. If not, we're still complaining the same way we're complaining. Imagine the Super Eagles coach telling us that he didn't see any abundance of resources in this country.
I can work with.
So that's why he has to go outside the country to be bring. There's nothing wrong and bringing the professional football outside, but we should have a blend, a mix, so that we can go back to those glory days that, oh, Nigeria, we're at it again.
Okay, now looking at the fact that a lot of footballers in Nigeria, because today we are actually dwelling on football, grassroots football development, we have other sports, but let's just take it bit by bit. Now, we've mentioned so many names of age grade footballers who has done well for themselves through grassroots football. In every nation in the world, we know that a lot of stars that have become world-class stars today, they came from the age group. You can't think of Lionel Messi playing for Argentina when they face Nigeria. And you just have to remember that all these stars, Neymar of this world, all of them play the age grade. And today they are still there doing well. And if you compare that to Nigerian stars, by the time they shine at the World Cup, give it 5-6 years, you won't hear such name again. But you will still be hearing the name of other players that play all the tournament. This has to do with age cheat now, because we all know that an average Nigerian that plays in this particular tournament, just take it extra 3-4 years, that name will fade off. It's like you'll be wondering, where is that particular player that did so well in that tournament? Let me give you an example. Chris Santos Macaulay. We all know what this guy did when he played for Nigeria at that age grade football. But after that, nobody has been able to fathom, where is he? A lot of people are wondering, is he in Germany? He played for Hamburg and all that. After that, nothing. Remember Rabiu Ibrahim? The one they tagged the new JJ. After the tournament, despite the talent and skills, we couldn't find anymore. Why? It's as if it's common that there is no way you can beat the age. Even if you claim to be 18 and you are 24, by the time you are 30, the age will be really 24. But that 6 years, you cannot buy it. Your body must tell. Why is it like that in Nigerian football? Okay,
I think it's something that we need to look into in the country critically. I think for the past few years, it has reduced than what it used to be. I recall Femi Opabumi also when he played at the Junior World Cup. I remember Wisin Oruma also. I remember what he did during the Junior World Cup. You see, the reason why Nigeria were always performing when it comes to the under-17 and under-20 Olympic is because of this age cheat. That's the truth. Lionel Messi, you mentioned, played together with Mikel Obi. Where's Mikel Obi today? Luis Figo was in this country, I think, during the Junior World Cup. We knew when Luis Figo retired from football, it's made that
compared to when the Nigerians that they play together retired.
They retired far before that time. I don't know how far we can go with that until we allow the real age of Nigerians to play. In fact, there was one of these tournaments that we watched, and I don't want to mention the name of the player. When he kicked the shot, the guy said, "Wow, are you telling me this guy is 18 years old? That this shot looks like someone that is almost
older than
30 years old." So we don't need to cheat it. We just need to come the way it is. We have a lot of players that they are within that same age bracket that they can compete, but the issue of godfatherism is another problem.
Now, you actually crossed to the other side. Now, looking at that godfatherism, I think we should take it as the next topic. Now, we're looking at the age sheet. Is it that the mentality that, okay, we must win by all means? For that, that's why we add players that are older than the age. For example, Nigeria wants to win the under-17 World Cup or under-20 World Cup. They put, if assuming we have players that are older, because we just want to win. And truly, we've won so many. In fact, it's there on record that we've done well when it comes to Junior World Cup. But the aftermath of that World Cup is always having a big toll on in our football, because right now, majority of the players that ought to play in the Super Eagles, because of the fact that the age cheat will hamper them or has hampered them, they won't be able to play. After 2-3 years, the name fades away.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, we need to get it right as a country. We need to call a spade a spade. That's the truth. It's not only in Nigeria also. I'm talking about Africa this time around. I saw something on the social media sometimes ago. I don't know if it is true. Just to do my findings. Okay, that a guy that claimed he was born in 1990, he lost his mother in 1980 something.
So automatically, he was lying.
so you know, we have that. We have the rumor of Tai Taiwo also, that when he was celebrating 28 years old, his twin brother was celebrating 38 years old. So that is what we really need to look into in the country. Yeah, it's good we are doing very well at the under 20, under 17, but we need to do it with the right people. We should allow the people that are within that age bracket, that they have what it takes. Yes, we're going to talk about the issue of godfatherism in football next time, but
even today,
it still has a part to play when it comes to this issue of age, whatever. We have people that are within that age, 14 years, 15 years old, they don't have anybody apart from God. But you have people that are like 20, 24, they want to find a way to just, okay, let them go. So the issue of we winning at all costs, no, we have to win with integrity, with honesty, with pride, that we have done our country truly, truly proud.
Good one there. We just have to call for a break now. By the time we return, we talk more on grassroots development from Nigeria.
Get latest updates on current topical issues and breaking news by downloading the TrustTV mobile app on your Android devices. Go online, click Google Play Store, search TrustTV, install the app, and get doses of unfiltered information on happenings all over the world in your pocket. TrustTV, documenting the Nigerian story.
So you are still there watching 360 Sport on Trust TV. We're talking about grassroots football development in Nigeria. This topic can last for a year. Do you know why? That is the pillar, the foundation of any nation or club sides building in football. We just have to take a look at this particular, no matter how we talk about all the foreign stories, talk about Nigerian football stories or any other story, we need to look at the foundation. That's why we are talking with Peter Solawale concerning grassroots football development in Nigeria. We talk about age cheat, and now let's digress a bit. Godfatherism. I know you, you know me. This is my son, this is my nephew, or thereabout. Coming to Nigerian football is really killing this football because so many talented footballers out there who doesn't have a supporter or a godfather or whatever, or godmother that could push them to be taken into cognizance in playing football for Nigeria or for a club side are rendered clubless, or in fact they actually go out of playing football because no one could push for them. Looking at this at another angle of issue of grassroots football development, those issues, that the challenges now, godfatherism, big one, holding down our football.
Okay, so the issue of godfatherism, just like we have in politics also, we have it
in football, in
football also, and there's some problems that you cannot start by eliminating, but you have to minimize. So how do you minimize them? By having in place a process. What process can we have in place? Anybody that wants to play for Nigeria for under 17 must be a secondary school student. So that means the inter-house sports that we used to do in those days, the Principal's Cup that we used to play in those days, needs to come back. And that would be the responsibility of whoever is going to be the coach of the Golden Eaglets of the under 17.
The Flying Eagles.
The Flying Eagles will follow through that process, be going from state to state to watch, participate actively. And to your surprise, we have a department under the Ministry of Sport and Youth Development called Grassroots Development Department. And that department is being headed by a director. What are they doing? What stopped them from putting in a process so that we can go back to the age where Nigeria is known to be the real giant of Africa in terms of everything that we do? So until we have that process in place and we follow through that process, we'll continue talking about this. Tomorrow, nothing will happen. So let's have it in place that, if you want to play for Nigeria for under 17, you must be from the secondary school. So we have people from SS1, SS2, and SS3. They are within that age bracket. We all know that. So these are the people that we should be training and have an academy. Just like we have in Just, the one that produced the likes of Ahmed Musa, that's the Golden Boot Soccer in Just, that produced the like of Simon Moses, that produced the likes of Samuel Kalu. We should have the same thing also in all the states of the Federation. We have something like that in Ibadan also, Baba Greater. So we should have that in all the states. So any talent that we identify at that level, it doesn't stop them from furthering their education. They can combine the two together, be doing the sport activities and still be going to school.
Now I take on you there, talking about what I just mentioned now, issue of schooling. That is an academy. Where football academy in Nigeria, we have a lot of them. A lot of them are really trying their best to make sure they impact knowledge on the field and also in class. And we are really getting used to that culture. After all, it was taken from the foreign land. Now, looking at Nigerian football development, Nigerian academies now, different ones all around the country. Do you think we are doing better in that area, or it's not enough yet? We need more academies? Or is it that the one we have on ground, are they not functioning well enough?
Okay, I think we used to have a fantastic football academy in the country before, and I remember the Pepsi Academy. So it's more like we need to engage more on on this company when it comes to corporate social responsibility. So imagine we have Pepsi Academy, we have Dangote Academy, we have Max Air Academy, we have all these academy in different states,
locations,
different states, different geopolitical zone. They have their own tournaments that they play. From there, we can get it right from the grassroots. But if you don't do that, we can't leave everything to the government. That is the truth. The government cannot do it all alone. We need to also give back to the society. Like those I mentioned from the AJ City, from the Ajegune City, yes. They should be able to also go back to the city and do something. I'm not saying they're not doing anything, but they should do more. Okay,
it's not enough.
It can never be enough. We're talking about a population of over 200 million in Nigeria. Do you get the point? It can never be enough, but we can do more. So if we can start doing that, probably we'll get it right. But we shouldn't leave it to the government alone.
CSR must come in now. Yeah. Corporate social responsibility is the issue on ground now because of the fact that companies must work with the federal government, state government, in fact, the local government. That takes us to the local government. If you look at it in Nigeria today, the local government is the closest to the people. But it seems not to give too much, especially in some areas of the country. A lot of local governments don't even give too much support to grassroots sports, not even football now. Then when the inter-house sports was really the in thing, the local government chairman would come, they would donate cup, chairman's cup, chairman's that, and it was going well. But these days, you see that, if a local government that is so close to the people in the rural area are not even giving that platform where people can easily access sport, be it handball, table tennis, volleyball, where you have so much talent abiding in different locations in the rural areas. I think it's high time the local government chairman also should use this opportunity to develop grassroots sport, because most of the competition that's being supported by these local governments, that's where you discover a lot of talent that can work for the local government or compete for the state and for the federal. That is the Nigeria as a whole. And if you don't start from the scratch, it will always be very difficult to get right at the top. Now we've been talking with Peter Olawale, who has been at least been in the studio talking about grassroots football development in Nigeria. We actually separated today, taking football, because that is the beautiful bride in Nigeria. In fact, in the world sport, we can't take it away. Football has really gotten so much accolade. You just have to give it up to that particular sport. Now, back to you. We have solutions. You have mentioned some. But in this country, someone said that our mentality needs to change. Mentality. If we are to get it right in developing our football, grassroots-wise, our mentality must change. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree partially. And we have the mentality will change if we trust the process. The mentality will change if we trust the process of picking the best from the abundance of talent that we have. In a situation whereby we don't believe the process, they'll call you to camp. And some will tell you, don't mind them. We are spending 10 days. Some people will come like two or 3 days to the end of the camp, and they will pick them. Some people will come, I know I'm better than them. I know I can do better than them, but they will still pick them. So how do you want my mentality to change when I don't have the trust and the process involved?
To be picked.
The first is for them to let us trust them. It's just like our politicians in the country. For us to really trust them, they must deliver on their promises. They need to deliver on their promises. So if we don't have, if they don't change that mindset that we should trust them, the mentality will remain the same. And I don't blame them. Or will you blame them? When they ask you to come to the camp, you're going to spend a month there. You spend 27 days, and someone now join after that.
3 days to go.
3 days to go. And it is certain that they are picking, just like we have in NYC. They open camp today, and they will tell you that the camp is going to be for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
2 weeks, 3 weeks. Some people will not join you until like 2 or 3 days
to go.
So we have this everywhere. So we need to. They need to make us to trust the process before we can change the mentality.
Okay, now looking at the fact that we've been talking about grassroots football development in Nigeria, and even though we know how difficult it is for our football right now, our grassroots football, our women football, our male football is not. Everything seems not to be having it too rosy, because we just have to develop our football. The grassroots football is the foundation of football development in every nation and club side, as we have been talking about it all the while. Now, looking at all this scenario, Nigerian grassroots football development for so many years have produced so many stars. Now, currently, can we say we have a crop of players that if you just close your eyes and blink, you know that yes, Nigeria can do well here?
From what we have currently, I would say no. Even if you ask our coach today, come and give us the list of your first 11, I'm sure we'll be confused to do that. That's the situation we found ourselves.
Why?
Because we didn't get it from the roots, the grassroots that we are talking about. In the early 90s and mid 90s, you not being a coach, you can predict our first 11 from Western off. Because we know so person have been playing 2 for so period of time. So person has been playing 3. We have that. But now, today, Roy will bring someone. Tomorrow, it will change. It has been experimenting since 2016 up to now. So we'll continue to have that problem. So I cannot beat my chest that if they ask me to, no, I can't beat my chest. And I'm sure a lot of Nigerians also cannot beat their chest that if they ask us to bring our first 11, or who are those that can make Nigeria proud currently, internally, and from outside the country, I don't think we have it. I don't think we have it. So we really need to go back to the grassroots and go back to the drawing board. I had a news today, still a rumor, that something has happened to the coach in terms of sacking him or not. But the NFF, they've already denied it that it never happened. So I just believe, I pray we get it right? Because when it comes to sport, football in particular in this country, we are very, very, very passionate. You need to check my BP on Tuesday. Nigeria, you need to check my BP. I will just shout, go. No, why are they playing? So we can't continue like that.
We need to go back to grassroots.
We need to go back to the grassroots development and go back to the drawing board.
Good one there. Peter Olawale has been our in-house analyst talking about grassroots football development in Nigeria. A case study where we just have to look into it because it's very deep, deeper than what you think or what you know. It's a big one, and we just hope that everything will go right with Nigerian football development. We need to get it right, and hopefully everything will go well with Nigerian football and other sports too, not forgetting all the other sport. We want to appreciate your time with us on 360 Sport.
You're welcome. Pleasure is always mine. Good
one there. Well, as we always say, that sport is business. This time around, it's also fitness. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.